Hey, how's it going? Thanks for coming back. I hope your week's going well. Just want to mention a couple of things that I saw this week that were pretty cool. Mylar Melodies released a video yesterday, that'd be May 3rd, I believe. And it was really cool, really inspirational. Talks a lot about the stuff that we've been talking about on the Pulsar. And yeah, I really recommend it highly. It's really fun. All of his videos are great if you haven't checked Mylar Melodies out. I will put the links down below. I will put links this time. Last week I forgot to do that. I need to do that still. I remembered yesterday. So the Art Music Technology Podcast had Panic Girl on it too, and I just listened to that yesterday too, and that was fantastic. Nice little talk about small boxes like the Octatrack and the Coca Quantus and other things. And also Data Cult Audio. I just listened to James Staub. These are three things that kind of came out this week that I really enjoyed. The James Staub on Data Cult Audio, it's really right up my alley. I don't know, I was listening to it, I was like, this sounds like something I would want to I would make, and it sounds like something that it's like electroacoustic stuff. There's some guitar in there. It's just a well-rounded, fun thing to wake up to. I listened to that again this morning. Anyway, today what I want to do, I'll have links down below for all those things. Thank you. And join the Discord too, which will be linked down below. All these links. Here we go. If only I had a link to the past. This is a Lyra recording with a lot of LFO manipulation of the filter and whatnot, just kind of to add some liveliness to the background. My goal today is to create a foundation for pre-recorded Pulsar tracks that I have on the Octatrack. So I have 3 drum sounds that I've recorded from the Pulsar that are loops, and I'm just trigging them kind of randomly, and I just wanted to build a soundscape using the noise. So actually, what am I doing? I'm gonna go ahead, I want to connect each one of the modules on the Pulsar to the noise. It's not the strongest signal, so what I am going to do later is use the touchpads to bulk the sound, to kind of trig the sound. Why I like the noise, it's subtle, and also when you get really low with the envelope here, the release is really close to 0, it's crackly and adds texture, and it's really cool with the bass especially. I was connecting the snare drum and the hi-hat to 10 volts. That felt like a little too much, and I could definitely maybe run this out to an attenuator or something else so it's not 4 stacked on top of this noise, and I could daisy chain them, but I'm afraid that I would lose power as I daisy chained with the noise. So I'm just now realizing maybe I could just plug them on the sides and the daisy chain these 2, but hey, let's just plug all 4 into the noise and see what we have here. I was trying to get some interesting sounds out of the hi-hat. You don't have to try too hard. You can get some really cool stuff. But I just have some, see, the noise is just kind of bouncy, and as you close it up, you get some really cool effects there. And same, I'm going to bring the snare drum up too. See where I'm at with that one. This one might be a little more rough. Nope. And then you get some effects there. I should have connected this before I brought their volumes up, but it affects a lot, so I'm going to go ahead and just do that and show you. I'm going to connect the square LFO to the filter of the hi-hat directly. Hopefully it doesn't squeal too much at me. We'll see how it goes. And then I'm going to invert that square up here, and I'm going to send that to the filter of the snare drum. Give it a little bit of texture, a little bit of movement there, and I'm going to clock the LFO with 0.25, so that is the full length of the loop clock there, the whole. And then I'm going to modify it as well, just to get extra rhythms in there with the clock divider 4. filter, just trying to find different changes, and it is also just fun just play the filters and try to get different sounds out of it with this Lyra in the background, adding context and kind of giving it like a bass and kind of keeping us in time, I guess. But I wouldn't mind if it fell out a little bit with just drifting and things move around a little bit, because this the pinging of the filter, I shouldn't say pinging, I use terminology and I just throw it around. It's not pinging, but the modulation of the filter here with the square waves adds a rhythm to it that is not, I mean, I guess it's in time because it's part of the clock divider, the LFO is clocked by the clock divider, but you can really get some different variations out of it just by changing the, because the envelopes are the trig envelopes are very, very low, you're getting that rattle by opening it all the way up. See, so I like to keep it real low like that. Get that nice little rattle out of there. I also really like the sound of this, I don't know if it's digital noise that you mix in, but I really like the sound of the snare drum's little mix knob here where you get some really crunchy, strange noises. Okay, so this is take 2 because I was talking way too much. That's a lot of what, in the first take, so that's a lot of what I wanted to show you. It's just this LFO, square wave, little ballads. I have the Lyra here in the background. I have a little bit of rain I wanted to bring up as well. I filtered down a little bit. And then there's these drums. Really panned shakers that I recorded earlier. I just wanted to see what this is like. This is part of the performance process I would like to do. I would like to start with a build like this and then bring in new or previously recorded Pulsar sounds, but new sounds to the song, you know what I'm saying? And with the bass here, I could also do what I did in the last video, send the ground to the bass CB. And then use the 3-bit chaos to manipulate that. And let's see what the bass sounds like. I don't have the chaos clocked yet. I'm going to clock the chaos with 1, get longer phrases out of it, not longer phrases, longer notes I should say, because it's going to hold the notes a lot longer. I'm going to mix it up a little bit though, just to kind of try to get a little change. And then I'm going to run the bass module out to the bass drum module. I have the bass drum module tuned up, so it is a note. You can kind of hear it. It's very bassy. If you don't have headphones on, you might not hear it. And then, so it's pretty cool. You can get a lot of, you can get really deep sounds out of that thing. Now I'm just going to run the bass module into it. Doesn't do a lot, but it just makes it a little bit brighter. And what's cool about using the noise and everything's connected to the noise is that you can tap this. Tap the little sequencer, little touch thing. I would recommend using the low. And then you can just kind of bring it. there. I'm going to listen back and hopefully I didn't hurt your ears. But that's all I wanted to show you is basically foundationally I didn't want to do anything that was like too rhythmic. I wanted the samples to be rhythmic and I wanted the Pulsar to be just a nice foundation, kind of ambient foundation. Got this strange sound too. You enjoyed this. I hope this was something that you took something from. Yeah, I'm still trying to figure out how I would like to perform. I really want to perform. I'm just too nervous and just don't know exactly what venue style I would fit into. I just want to slowly evolve, make noises, and just kind of change things like this over a half hour, 45 minutes to an hour. So I don't know. I have the Lyra as well I could bring in to just keep adding layers to stuff. The Lyra will come into Octatrack track C over here, so I'll bring that in. And then it might be tuned up still. That kind of works, sort of. We'll see. I hope you have a great week. Thank you for joining me. This was a little rambly. I hope it was inspirational in a way. Check out Mylar Melodies and all the others that I recommended if you're interested in a little inspiration. I hope this finds you well. Have a great week. I'm going to play for a little bit, noodle for a little bit, and see what happens.